Hello and welcome to Every Mile. Today we are here in beautiful Monterey, California. We're excited to show you some of the most historic and beautiful spots. We may have a couple of sea lions ready to photobomb us. We're going to check out some of the cool places to go. We got some friends in town. Come with us on this adventure.
Together we're growing and learning as we go. Every mile we're making memories side by side, growing in love and unity with every destination. New story unfolds every mile. Our journey they never gets old.
Now, Old Fisherman's Wharf is celebrating a 180-year birthday this year. So it's been around for a long time. It's changed quite a bit. It used to be actually a working wharf where they had fish and stuff coming in. It transformed into the canneries and so on. Now it's more of a tourist spot, but it's still really fun to come visit.
Yeah.
If you don't get the clam chowder, were you ever really in Monterey?
So true.
All right, so I just learned something new. So I'm gonna have my buddy explain why every fifth row here is flipped a little bit differently.
All right, so before 1933, they believed that this was the golden standard for brick building, so they flipped every 5 to 7 rows the opposite direction. That was to keep the strength of the wall intact. So in 1933, there's a big earthquake, and all these brick buildings failed. So after that point, they made a bunch of safety regulations. But
So they don't do it like that anymore.
no, so if you ever look at a building and you see it has bricks like that, you know it's at least older than 1930.
That is so interesting. That's so cool.
California and what was going on. 1900s, well into the American era. No, we weren't raising chicks.
Isn't that cool? All right, so we're off to spot number 2. So we just finished up at the wharf. We saw the custom house. We saw all the different stuff there. Now we're on our way to the Monterey Bay Aquarium. We've come to the aquarium a ton. I've never seen the octopus this active. Oh,
Whoa! It has a dress on. Where? That's the first thing I see. Mom, my hand's stuck. Today, the amazing thing we saw is the whole entire octopus, and it is our first time seeing the whole entire octopus, and our friends saw it too. Today we're seeing an eel. This is the eel. Wolf eel. Uh-oh. No, I don't want to go in there.
What's your favorite part about the aquarium?
My favorite part is the octopus.
Nice. Hey guys, what you looking at?
So we were just at the Fisherman's Wharf. And this is kind of an example of what's going on underneath that wharf. So kind of growing on the pillars of the pier, of the dock, are all these kind of different anemones and clams and starfish and all that kind of stuff. This also gives an example of some of the junk that kind of ends up at the bottom of the wharf as well. Not just the wharf, but in the ocean itself. We have seen a bunch of this stuff underneath the water right there. They do their best to clean it up, but it doesn't always work out. But it does give an example of what kind of stuff you'll find. So we got, oh, there's barnacles. Got John Steinbeck and Ed Ricketts, James Dean, Ted Danson, Leonard Nimoy. No, I'm actually a big fan of Ted Danson. I just started watching, or I just finished watching The Good Place, and that guy, he's hilarious in that show. So this thing just said that the starfish will clamp onto these clams and use their arms to open them up, and then like insert their stomachs into the clam and start eating what's inside. I have never heard of that. That is crazy.
Isn't that cool?
So these are the rainbow trout. Really a pretty fish, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like this strip right here, that's really a pretty purple.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Hold your breath.
What do you think, Dad?
I think this is awesome.
Turn them over, flip them over, right? This is what it would look like. That's his mouth. Give you a hole in the bottom. He's got 5 teeth, 5 magnetite. It's extremely hard. After this critter is done living, then he leaves his test. The shell is called a test. When they leave their test, right, and it disintegrates. The last thing.
So one of the cool things about this particular exhibit is it does show the tide level, and it does match the actual tide level outside in the ocean. That right there happens once every minute, and it's there to represent like the ocean's coming or the waves coming in and out in the ocean. And so you can kind of see how the plants and the animals all respond to the waves coming in and out.
Fast.
In the Star Trek movie Voyage Home, there's a shot from this angle, and down in this lower part down here is where the whales are, and off in the distance you can see the Golden Gate Bridge. So they try to make it look like the aquarium is in San Francisco. Obviously it's not, but it's kind of funny to look at. I don't know if I've ever actually seen any animals over here. So what's cool about these ones is it's actually just light reflecting off of like tentacles that are moving. Not tentacles, but something like that, like little hairs. And then as it moves, it looks like there's an electric current or something going through. But it's really just these things moving.
Isn't that amazing, Madison?
Yeah, it's so amazing.
So it's easy to see these jellyfish when there's light, like kind of reflecting on them. But look what happens when we turn that light off. They're almost invisible. And really in the deep open ocean, they would be invisible because there would be absolutely no light like these ones down here to see these things. Now we're coming up on the open sea exhibit. This is one of my favorites. The size of this tank is crazy. You can see how quick these tuna are. Every time I see this school of fish, I always wonder like who's in charge. How do they know what direction to go altogether? And sometimes they'll have sea turtles in here as well. It's really just a crazy exhibit. The size of this tank really does like blow you away. All right, we're on to our next stop. Wow.
Time for us to go.
They're just like swimming straight into it. I don't know. Each one has it dripping on. They're all spaced out. It's getting dripped on. So one of the cool things with Cannery Row is that outside of each of the buildings are these different can labels, and they kind of just say what cannery was located in that location. So as you walk up and down Cannery Row, keep an eye out for these labels. Harry Potter. Last stop of the day, watch sunset in Monterey. So we hope we were able to give you just a little sample of everything that Monterey has to offer, from Fisherman's Wharf all the way down to the aquarium to Cannery Row, here watching sunset in Pacific Grove. The lunches that we had, highly recommend the clam chowder if you like it. We really do. This has been a great day.
Well, we've seen historic sites and we've seen the Monterey Bay Aquarium. Thank you for joining us in this Every Mile video. See you next time.
Making